marked a very significant day in American history as Donald Trump was inaugurated as the 47th President of the United States. Now, in this video, I'm going to dive into some of his actions that he took on his very first day in office and even reflect on our responsibilities moving forward. Now, the inauguration was filled with notable moments. President Trump, in a departure from tradition, actually did not place his hand on the Bible, y'all, during his oath of office. Now, despite his wife standing right beside him with two Bibles, he did not put his hand on the Bible. Now, you might be like me, where this news does not shock you whatsoever, but let's be real, it really is unconventional. However, it's not quite unconstitutional because in the U.S. Constitution, it does not actually mandate the use of the Bible for the oath. Now, the reason why it shocked me very personally is because I am a God-fearing Christian woman, hello, and he claims to be a Christian also. So for somebody that is following the word of God, why wouldn't you want to use the Bible to take an oath? That's just my little tidbit. Anyways, immediately after taking office, President Trump signed a series of executive orders, all targeting key issues. With trading, for example, he threatened significant tariffs on imports coming from China, Canada, and even Mexico. And of course, we all know immigration has been a huge topic, especially with the U.S. presidential election. One of the executive orders that Donald Trump signed yesterday is regarding there now being a national emergency declared at the U.S.-Mexico border. This is to curb immigration with plans to restrict actual birthright citizenship. When it comes to the energy and environment, President Trump actually withdrew from the Paris Climate Accords and ended government censorship to speech related to the climate change. Now, y'all know healthcare is a big thing. President Trump actually initiated steps to dismantle the Affordable Care Act, y'all, aiming to reshape the nation's healthcare system. We can get into that later. Another hot topic right now is the pardons that President Trump issued yesterday. Y'all remember the whole January 6th thing. So in a very controversial move, he actually issued pardons for all of the individuals that were involved in the January 6th Capitol events. Now, I can't get too mad at this next one, but he also signed an executive order that the government is only to recognize two genders, male and female, just as it is stated in the book of Genesis. These actions actually signal a very drastic, sharp departure from the previous administration's policies, and they even set a tone for his administration's policies and direction. Now, reflecting on a video I made right here, during President Trump's campaign, we discussed our roles in shaping the future for the next generation. And although it wasn't quite discussed in yesterday's executive orders, let's be clear, the Department of Education and the future for our children still remains in the folds. Now that President Trump is in the office, you might wonder, what's next? Well, the truth of the matter is, it doesn't even matter what's next. We must stand firm in the knowledge that the Lord is in control. As Ecclesiastes 3:1 reminds us, there is a season, there is a time for every purpose under heaven. Y'all, this verse just reassures us that everything eventually unfolds according to God's divine plan. So what actually is your role for the child that actually is counting on you? Well, no matter how the world shifts, right, our responsibility remains unwavering. We have the responsibility to do three things. One, guidance. We have to lead by example, instilling values, integrity, compassion, and even resilience to our children. Two, education. We have to equip the next generation with knowledge, critical thinking skills in order to navigate an ever-changing world. Three, faith. We have to build a strong spiritual foundation, reminding our children that above all, above politics, above anything else that's coming here nor there, that Jesus Christ is Lord and He is in control. Now, by focusing on these three principles, we can actually ensure that the next generation is prepared for whatever lies ahead and comes their way. And when it comes to education, one of the most powerful tools you can give a child is the ability to read with confidence and with accuracy. And that, my friend, is where I come in. My goal is to equip you with the right resources, with the right tools to not only motivate but support your struggling reader. The future may be unknown, but the path to teaching reading is very clear. If you are feeling overwhelmed by all of the options that are out there and quite unsure about where you should begin, I've got you covered. Down below in the description, you can grab my free reading toolkit. Now this toolkit, it includes everything you need to teach the 5 key components of reading. That's phonics, vocabulary, phonemic awareness or sounds, comprehension, and even fluency. Plus, there's a free ebook in that toolkit that will lay out exactly how to start using all 5 components of reading. Let's take the first step together and download that toolkit. And if you already have that toolkit, no worries, I've got you covered in this video because YouTube says you need to watch this video next.